Okay, we're looking at Unit 10 grammar notes on pages 160 and 161. Okay, first of all, this is talking about using a noun clause as the subject of a sentence. What I like is a good joke. What makes me laugh is slapstick comedy. Slapstick comedy is kind of physical comedy, the kind of comedy where people fall down and it's funny, where people hit people in the face with pies and that's funny. Okay, it's much more common to have a noun clause as the object of a sentence. For example, I don't understand why you find that funny, or you can see that I'm easily amused, or we're impressed by what she's done. In this case, I've got by as a preposition, and the noun clause is the object of the preposition. Okay, and this is using the noun clause as the complement of the verb is. The question is whether people will laugh. Here's an adjective complement. It's clear. There's an adjective, and then following the adjective, that laughter involves an emotion. I'm gonna fix the typo there. Hold on just a minute. It's clear that laughter involves an emotion. Okay. Noun clauses begin with that, or with question words, or words formed from ever, like whatever, whoever, whomever, whichever, or whether or if. Okay, here are examples of different kinds of noun clauses. We realize that she was joking. We don't understand what it means. Whatever you decide is fine with me. He doesn't know if it's true or not, or you can also say he doesn't know whether it's true or not. All those clauses in boldface are not different kinds of noun clauses. Okay. Number 2, we use the word that to introduce some noun clauses, and in such cases that is a grammatical word that simply introduces a clause and has no concrete meaning. It doesn't have anything definite that it means. So we have sentences like that she was a funny person was apparent. And this is a note I've put in that the word that has different uses. When I say, who is that? It's a noun. Can I please have that paper? It's an adjective. I don't like movies that are too scary. Here, this is an adjective clause, and that is the relative pronoun. And here, that the boys competed for their mother's attention was apparent. Okay, here, that is beginning a noun clause. That can be omitted when it introduces an object noun clause. Okay, let me fix that typo. Hold on just a second. Okay, that can be omitted when it introduces an object noun clause or a complement noun clause, especially in speaking. It's kind of informal. I believe that humor is healthy. Or you can say, I believe humor is healthy. I told Sue that she was a funny person, or I told Sue she was a funny person. It's odd that you laugh so little, or it's odd you laugh so little. In these cases, that is optional, and in casual conversation, you're more likely to omit that and just say, I believe humor is healthy. In formal writing, you are more likely to include that. I believe that humor is healthy. Okay, but when that introduces a subject noun clause, it is never omitted. So that Joe has a good sense of humor is obvious. I can't take out that in the subject noun clause. I cannot say Joe has a good sense of humor is obvious. When you see the 2 stars in front of a sentence, it always means that it's wrong. Let's go back and just compare again. In these sentences, The noun clause is the object of the verb, and that is optional. In this sentence, the noun clause is the subject of the verb, and that is required. You can't take it out. Okay, subject noun clauses beginning with that are very formal. And I'm just adding a note here that it's really not important to be able to use subject noun clauses because it's very formal and not very common. It is important to be able to understand a sentence with a subject noun clause when you are reading. Object noun clauses are very, very common. We use them all the time. He told me that he was coming. Okay, I don't know how old he is. Okay, using noun clauses as objects, we do it constantly all the time. The subject noun clause is more formal and much less common. Okay, this is just a note to be careful not to confuse that and what. The word that simply introduces a noun clause. The word what refers to something definite. It serves as the object of the noun clause and cannot be omitted. I don't think that book explanation is really very clear. I think a better way to think about it is that a noun clause that begins with what is an embedded question. For example, this question, I don't know what she is bringing. So there's an embedded question there. What is she bringing? I don't know what she's bringing. That I know that she is coming. Here, that is optional. You can throw it out. But if you've got what here, introducing an embedded question, then you cannot throw away what. You have to use it. The fact that is sometimes used in place of that in subject noun clauses. The fact that you can laugh is good. Or the fact, that you can laugh is good. The fact that you can laugh is good mean the same thing. And in fact, I think actually this is something we use more commonly. The fact that you can laugh is good. Actually, what you're doing there is creating an adjective clause to modify fact. The fact that must be used in place of that in noun clauses that are objects of prepositions. Okay, so I am impressed by, here's a preposition, the fact that Bob is here. But I cannot say I'm impressed by that Bob is here. We don't say that. Because there's a preposition, the fact that construction has to be used. Okay, it often functions as the subject of a sentence with a noun clause coming at the end. And like the word that, it, when used with a noun clause, is a grammatical word with no concrete meaning. Okay, it's funny that you should say that. And here I'm putting him in a note that this kind of sentence beginning with it is really very, very common. We use these sentences that begin with it all the time. And people who are learning English often don't know how to do this. But here are some examples that you would hear every day in conversation. It's hard to understand this lesson. It's easy to talk about it, but it's hard to do. Like losing weight, maybe. It's too bad he wasn't at the meeting. It's beautiful outside today. It's usually with an adjective and then either you might have an infinitive or you might have a whole embedded sentence there. Okay, number 4, a question that is changed to a noun clause is called an embedded question. Okay, I always do that same typo. Okay, let me fix that now. You're going to hear the dogs barking. I'm just going to forge right ahead. Guys, please be quiet. A question that is changed to a noun clause is called an embedded question, and we use statement word order in embedded questions and not question word order. And I've put in a note here that you can also think of this as indirect speech. That may be an easier way to think about it. So I don't even know if she's around here, or I don't know who she is. Those are embedded questions with normal subject-verb word order. And I do not say, I don't know who is she. I don't say that. Okay, this is just a note. An embedded question is more polite than an indirect question. So what time is it is very direct. And it's more polite to say, do you know what time it is? An embedded question can occur within a statement or within another question. This is actually something in a previous teacher talk I forgot and got confused about. An embedded question within a statement is followed by a period. An embedded question within another question is followed by a question mark. And here's an example. I'm not sure what incongruous means. Okay, this here it's an embedded question. Okay, and there is a period. Okay, but here I've got an embedded question inside a question. So I still have the question mark. Here the embedded question is inside a statement, so there's a period. Here the embedded question is inside another question, so there's a question mark. And here are two other examples. I don't know how far it is to the nearest town. Here the embedded question is inside of a longer statement, so there's a period. Do you know how far it is to the nearest town? Here the question is embedded in another question, so you still have the question mark. Okay, let's see what incongruous means, and I'll just stop here and we'll look at how you look up a question. No, I'm sorry. We're not going to do that right now because my computer is impossible online and going too slowly. Incongruous means it's out of place and kind of funny and doesn't go with something. Okay, let's go to this. Okay, WH question words introduce embedded WH questions. So, do you know when she arrived? Do you know how many children she has? Here the embedded question is, when did she arrive? Here the embedded question is, how many children does she have? The subject of an embedded WH question takes a singular verb. Okay, so this who is the subject, and this is always going to be is. I'm not certain who is going with us. I wouldn't say who are going with us. Okay, be careful. Don't use do, does, or did in embedded questions. Those are used in making direct questions. So I have no idea what she meant. So you would not say, I have no idea what did she mean. The direct question is, what did she mean? But when I embed it in a sentence this way, then I throw away that did, and I use the normal word order she meant. Okay, we use if and whether or not to introduce embedded yes-no questions. And here are different ways to say that. Do you know if she had to work today? Who knows whether she's here? I have no idea whether she came or not. And this or not goes with whether. I can say I have no idea whether or not she came. I can say I have no idea whether she came or not. Same meaning. Okay, note that if and whether are similar in meaning and often are used interchangeably. So the following sentences all mean the same thing. I'm not sure if Bob is in town. I'm not sure if Bob is in town or not. We're not sure whether Bob is in town. We're not sure whether Bob is in town or not. We're not sure whether or not Bob is in town. Those are all different ways to say exactly the same thing. It's embedding the question, is Bob in town? Okay, be careful, use whether and not if to introduce a subject noun clause. Here's another situation where subject noun clauses are different from object noun clauses. So I say whether she understood is questionable, or whether or not she understood is questionable. That means we're not sure whether she understood or not. I do not say if she understood is questionable. Also be careful, do not omit if or whether or not in embedded yes-no questions. So it's difficult to say if his plan will work. It's difficult to say whether or not his plan will work. That should be plan and not place. but I don't say it is difficult to say his plan will work. I'm going to stop and fix that typo. Hold on. You all got to help me with my proofreading here. So it's difficult to say if his plan will work. It's difficult to say whether or not his plan will work. Those mean the same thing. And I do not say it is difficult to say his plan will work. I cannot leave out the whether or the if. I can use either whether or if, but I can't leave them out. Okay, finally, whether or not can replace whether in all noun clauses. We don't know whether she got the job, or we don't know whether she got the job or not. Same thing. Okay, if and or not can replace whether in all but subject noun clauses. Okay, the if is not used in a subject noun clause, but it is used in other noun clauses. No one has told me whether she received the letter or not. Here the noun clause is the object, and I can use either whether or if. Okay, however, whether she received it isn't known. Here the noun clause is the subject, and I use whether, but I don't use if. This is wrong down here. Okay, and it looks like we're done now. I think we're done. Yeah, we're done.